Hello, hello. I am coming to you live right now, unless you're watching it this after I do it. So I wanted to talk a second about triggers. Oh, that's going. There are certain things I get very triggered by. One of them is when someone's angry. We're kind of, yeah, in my formative years, I had to kind of walk on eggshells a lot to avoid the anger of my family, basically. And now it makes me very, very nervous at the idea that someone's angry, and I'm working on it. But there's like this feeling that comes right here that like clenches, and my stomach clenches, and I don't know. Just a minute ago, I was texting with a friend, and I thought she was angry at me. Her note was terse. So I apologized. Oh, if you can't see, I've got a bruise right there. Isn't that great? Long story. Didn't hit my eye though. Good for that, right? So feeling very stressed out in my stomach. Not very stressed out, but I have this stressed out feeling in my stomach. Yeah, that's where it is. So I apologized, and she was like, there was just a conversation about apologies, and she ended up saying that she's not, she wasn't angry, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I just got triggered. I didn't say I'm sorry because she told me not to say I'm sorry. But I got, I was triggered, and when that happens, I do everything I can to appease the person. So it becomes I make myself smaller, and don't say anything that I might want to, because I don't want to trigger more anger. Like it scares me. It scares me. That's the feeling I get. It's not just stress, and not just nervousness. It's scary, because when you're little and this shit happens, that's how your nervous system gets rewired. Gets wired, right? So, you know what I can do? Where is it? Adaptive pills. These actually work. These are essential oil pills that I get from doTERRA. If you want some doTERRA, let me know. And these are the stress pills. Adaptive is the calming blend, and it's really good. They work better than regular medication. I'm gonna have to buy them again. No, I think this came for, anyway, off topic. Look how close that came to my eye. It was the corner of a table, or the bathroom sink, actually. That came so close to my eye. Anyway, okay, so I get triggered, and I try and appease the person. It's just this panic feeling that I get. And I was already feeling a little stressed, which is funny because I meditate so much in the morning now, but it's really more about getting out those energies. And I know that all sounds crazy, but it's true. It just is. I mean, it's a physical reality. There's no denying it, even if you aren't someone who feels it or sees it. So I've been working on getting these energies out. It's a long story. I don't want to go into that. but I'm working on being triggered. The other thing is like, I'll be sitting here in my office working or whatever, and I'll hear footsteps and I get scared. Like immediately I get a reaction right here. I get scared. It's not a comfortable feeling. And I recognize that it's pointless. Like there's nothing to be scared of. It's just someone's walking on the floor. But sometimes it feels like, I don't know, it feels like something bad is approaching. Footsteps always were a little, when I was younger, I'd be in bed and I'd hear, I don't want to say this, no, I can't, in case she watches it. Let's just say footsteps scare me sometimes. And I get that feeling. It's almost a startle response. It may be more of a startle response, which is kind of fear, right? But so there are these triggers that are triggering me, that where I'm having a reaction that is in no way, shape, or form appropriate to the situation. Just overreacting, but not meaning to. People, I grew up with people telling me that I was melodramatic or I'm dramatic or whatever. And that's harmful. Don't do that to your children. Because their emotions are real, even if their way of showing them is more than what you would do. My family was an Irish Catholic family, so it was very, unless, so you're not really supposed to show your emotions that much. And I showed my emotions because I don't have a choice. I do not. As hard as I tried, I couldn't do it. Finally, I gave up and I decided it's good that I do that. It's fine. My mind goes off in so many different directions. I'm going to stick with what we were talking about, though. Triggered. Man, that hurts. Triggered footsteps. Yeah, so I'm just working on these reactions that I'm having that are, Robin calls them trauma responses. And what that is just a reaction to a stimulus, or reactions to stimuli that don't warrant that reaction. I'm not spinning out, so that's really good. My stomach is a little queasy, but I'm not spinning out. I'm relaxing. That's the thing I've been doing a lot the past couple of days. I know, but I have to talk about it. So these energies that are coming out of me, it seems to, the work I've been doing with them seems to go in layers or steps. And at first it was like free for all. There's so many. And then, yeah, it's a long story, whatever. I need to write it down though. And now it's stuff that's been stuck there for a while, and it's kind of hard to get it out. So I've been asking for help from the universe, and working on relaxing and releasing. They're muscles that are so tight, still really tight. There's parts of them that are really, really tight that it's just used to being that way. Like my lower back, my throat's the worst one though. Everything's connected to my throat. Like if I start getting rid of something that's like well, up here it's connected to my throat, or over here they're connected to a lot of different places. Like, it's really weird. But I'm telling you, these energies are the ones that I'm working with now, not the ones that were like willy-nilly coming out because they weren't attached to anything. They're almost like you're like, eh. But then I started noticing, I've gone completely off topic. No, I didn't. So I started noticing like, that when I would start releasing somewhere else would tighten. So I started, after a while, I started going immediately to that space, because that space was connected to what I was doing right then. Relaxing here or whatever affected the tension in like my butt. You know what I mean? It was like, and then when I loosened that, I could go back to loosening like this, and then something else would be stuck that I would have to work on before I could loosen the stuff. There's a lot in my throat. That's where I store a lot, I'm coming to realize. I feel like my throat's going to be thinner though, with all the energy I've been expelling from it. I feel like I'm going to have like a sleek, long, thin neck. We'll see. But it's really a matter of finding, like, sometimes it's difficult because the tension in your body has been there for so long, you don't see it as you don't even recognize that it is tension. That's just how your body is. And I was like that for a very long time. Things like yoga help. Getting in touch with your body. Doing things that put your mind in your body. That sort of thing. Because then you're also stretching things, so you're loosening things up. And I mean, like, honestly, that's what you're doing. So if you've got some scars or some stuff that you're holding on to, do some yoga and then relax and release. But relaxing and releasing isn't the easiest thing. And that's what I'm talking to you about it. Because like, I would go to a spot that I realized was tight, and I would let it open, and sometimes it would just close back up and close back up, because that's what it's used to doing, and I have to train it not to do that. Or it would feel really tired because it's been clenching for so long. It's like, but it feels good. So getting in touch with your body, finding where your tense spots are, and working on releasing them, I would suggest that. My face is all red. Why is my face all red? Maybe I'm drinking coffee. Decaf, because we don't want to stir things up. So that's my thought. That's the description of what I'm going through. That's my thoughts about it, and some advice that I suggest that if you want to follow it, you are welcome to. So that's about it. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for everything that's happening to me right now. Even the stuff like I have to be out of my house by March 31st, and I don't know where I'm going. So, but I trust the universe, and I'm going to call around and find a place. There is a place somewhere that I can buy with seller financing or taking over the mortgage. Someone out there is in trouble, and I'm going to find them. And that is, and I'm going to help them, and I'm going to get a house by the 31st. So I got to do some calling. Anyway, yeah, things are just wrapped around my vocal cords. Interesting. Maybe that's something we'll talk about on Untethered Talk with Robin Thomas and Jen, with Robin and Jen, on Friday at 2:00. But so I'm grateful, even though there's some really stressful life events happening right now. There are good things happening. I'm looking forward to my wedding. which is March 11th. And I mean, it's going to be a small little gathering. It's a wedding to myself, right? I'm marrying myself. I drew up the marriage contract, and it's pretty good, I have to say. I drafted the marriage contract with myself, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I still have to write my vows, and I'm gonna get myself a certificate of marriage so that I can put it up on the wall and always remember. And I have a ring. That's the best part. Boy, my face is just blotchy. So yeah, there's some big life things happening. I gotta move. When I think about that, like there's like a scoop inside of me, like it feels like my heart's being scooped out a little, and my stomach too, like with a melon ball scooper, you know what I mean? Not that it comes out, but that's just kind of the feeling I feel. But I relax and release through that. And that's what I do. Yeah, so even though that makes me nervous, I'm gonna trust. So yeah, like I'm like, that makes me nervous. Right down here gets activated. I think you can be scared and still trust the universe. You know, I'm human. I trust the universe. Whatever, you know what? Whatever happens is gonna be fine. I'm not gonna die. No one's gonna die. No one's gonna die, and I'm not gonna be homeless. So what happens, happens, and I'll be safe, and it's meant to happen, and it'll be the next step going to where I'm supposed to be next. And I wouldn't be able to get to that step if the next step didn't happen. So we'll see. But I'm also going to be thinking positively and to manifest a multifamily house that will cash flow with me in it. That I can buy for seller financing and no money down. We'll see. They're out there. They are out there. Anyway, so I'm grateful for all of that. I'm grateful for you guys. And I'm just going to remind you guys that you can always choose to have a grateful day.